Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Match number 2 here. Man, I just watched it do it. Craziness. Alright, match number 2 here on Catalyst LE. It is going to be in the bottom here, in the blue, representing Formless Bearsloth. It is going to be Coast. And up here in the top left, in the orange, representing Infinity Gaming, it's going to be Kilokilo. We'll see if Kilo can kilo himself some units in this game. Coast a little bit faster on the drone, a little bit faster fingers there. See if that turns into anything. Probably not, but we can pretend that ZVZ for the first 30 seconds will be interesting. Curious to see if these guys cheese each other right off the bat. Doesn't look like they're too keen to on a map this big. Looking like both of them going to go for an early expand here. And yeah, slightly fast for Kilo by maybe half a second. But nothing too weird going on here. Got extractor coming out here for Coast. Couldn't think of the word. And I mentioned spawning pool shooting to follow. Nothing of the sort here for Kilo only until just now. So it's going to be slightly faster speed here for our blue Zerg. Gonna see if maybe he'll have a small window to do a little bit more damage, but doubt it'll turn into much with defender's advantage and all that. And yeah, looks like we're just gonna stabilize for a little bit here. Both these players just gonna be harvesting some gas and looking to get towards the oh so coveted micro-intensive ZVZ. Overlords making their way across the map. Coasts having some nice little ridges on them, looking nice and punk. Ooh, Kilos does too. Sexy. For the record, I did do what you said, TBHam. I did the thing. I think my headset's just stupid. Anyways, got the queens coming out here for both these guys. 6 Zerglings. Holy shit, Futura. Yeah, take care of yourself first, dude. So yeah, speed coming out. Like I said, a little bit faster here for Coast. We'll be able to put on a little bit pressure. We'll have maybe a 10-second window. I guess we can see the time, huh? Nope. Alright, fair enough. Alright, so we're going to have a few second window here where he will have speed and his opponent will not. Zergling's trading in the middle of the map here. Not really going to amount to too much just yet. Neither of these players going for super heavy Ling pressure or anything like that. And Roach Warren already coming out for Kilo. He is not looking forward to any Ling Bane action on Ling Bane. And, Coast respects that. He's keeping his distance. Gonna be buying time for that speed. Taking his third base now. A little bit greedy here, in my opinion. And, Kilo does see it. I'm curious to see what he does with that information. Pulling back his overload to make sure that stays safe. Might see a lot of roach pressure here. If these roaches come out, roaches versus, Ling Bane versus roaches doesn't tend to go too well for the Ling player. Coast is going to have to rely on multi-pronged attacks, running abilities for those run-bys, or just getting, freaking amazing surrounds and out-trading just by sheer numbers. One Ling coming down here, poking at this third, letting Coast know what's up. Certain dominance. Very important part of ZVZ. Nice marker there from Coast, keeping his Zergling alive. 8 roaches now about to pop here for the orange Zerg. And army supply now 29 to 12. As 16 more Lings are on the way as well. And they're going to start making their way across the map here. I imagine they're going to go try and take this third base. If they can kill this third base, it'll be a huge win for Kilo. And Coast will be at a slight disadvantage here. Especially if Kilo is able to get his own up behind it. But, looking like he's just going to commit fully to this attack now, making lots of Zerglings. Banelings popped just now here for Coast, so this will help with his defense. But he's already losing health on this hatchery. And now the Banelings come in, get a decent detonation, but it's not really what he wanted. And these roaches here are applying so much pressure, the Zerglings just aren't enough. 34 army supply to 16. Coast is in panic mode now. He's building much more Zerglings and trying to make sure he can hold this base. Double checking the sensitivity. Nice. And now he gets a surround on this base, and it will go down. Huge win here. And Roach Warren only just now getting started for Coast. I don't think he's going to be ready in time. Kilo can just take this army and go end the game. He's going to march in towards the main here. There's no wall in or anything like that. No real defender's advantage other than just being at home. 2 spine collars on the way now. 300 minerals having to be invested for that. And he's morphing some more Banelings in now. But, I mean, what are Banelings going to do against this amount of roaches? You got 8 now? You know, if he makes more roaches behind this, it's going to be a pretty devastating push. Almost double the army supply already here. We'll have to see what the play is. These roaches coming in, leading the way. Zergling crashing into him. Baneling might try and detonate on him, and it does. That's a big win. Oh, that Baneling's doing a huge hit. Takes down quite a few, but it's just not quite enough. Going 20 down side to 35. Kilokilo is still in the lead. Kilokilo is marching his way across the map now. And it looks like he will get pushed off for now. He does have some reinforcements somewhere on the map. I'm not sure exactly where they're at. But, you know, he's in a very good spot this game. Get us the 3rd base up now, and is going to start droning it up. It is able to keep Coast contained, as Coast is only just now starting his roach production. We'll have to see how this goes for him. Now 3 spine collars repositioning at the front here. That's a lot of defense here. I'm not sure if Kilokilo has what it takes to break this right now. Those Ravagers are going to be huge. We're going to be able to shoot that Bile down onto those and one-shot them. Or not one-shot them, but do a lot of damage. And now Coast finally has a slight advantage here, and is up in workers as well, but still only those 2 bases, so more income coming in for Kilo once he gets that base saturated. 10 drones in production now. These Ravagers getting caught in a little bit of an awkward position. Decent Bane hit there, taking out most of these Zerglings here for our Orange Zerg. Nice micro there from Coast, making sure he keeps those roaches alive. And now he's chasing down these Ravagers, going to be taking down more and more here. And really good stuff there from Coast, making sure he frees up his base, and is now able to alleviate some of this pressure, and will be able to go out and I imagine he'll want to deny vision from these overlords, make sure he can keep his enemy in the dark as he finishes taking this 3rd base. +1 missile attack now on the way, as well as roach speed here for the Orange Zerg Kilokilo. Man, did I switch him again? I suck. And now the roaches for Coast making their way across now. 1 scouting Zergling in the front. Roach speed going to be done pretty quickly here for Kilokilo, and it's going to be to the fast roaches versus slow roaches. You know, it's just going to be outmaneuver him. And now he gets a very nice concave here, but Coast knows he has the number advantage, and he pushes up through it. He says, I don't give a damn. And now he walks over towards his 3rd base. Ooh, catches 1 drone there, and now trades with his army. This is a window for Coast to do some damage here. Now with the Queen out, I'm not sure if he has the numbers to break this. He will take down the Queen, and now it looks like he's moving manning into him, but if he will try and get some focus fire, drones getting full now, dealing a lot of damage here. This is a very close fight. But I think Kilo will pull it out. Now army supply is dropping for Coast. 42 to 29, and the roaches for Kilokilo are coming out in force. 16 circles on the way as well. And this one missile attack isn't even done yet. This isn't even his final form. And now these Zerglings for Coast are going to get cleaned up as well. Kilokilo making sure to kill every last man, woman, and child in this attacking force. And will be making his way across the map now. 50 army supply to only 12. And Coast is making drones. Not looking like a very good spot for Coast to be in right now. He does have those 3 spine collars to buy him a bit of time, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think he has just so much army. He'll be able to kill this 3rd base with ease. And all these roaches back here aren't even part of this fight, and this is more than enough to kill this. 50 army supply to 18 now. Banelings on the way, as well as a bunch more Zerglings, but it's just not going to be enough in time. These roaches, I imagine, will make their way across the map here any second once this +1 missile attack finishes. These Banes get a really good hit, and you know, Coast is able to get an overwhelming amount of Zerglings. He might be able to come back into this game, but as it stands, it's looking pretty difficult. I am a bit confused as to why Kilokilo isn't pushing across the map right now and pressing the advantage. He does have the macro advantage in having 3 bases to 2. You know, could absolutely afford to drone up a bit more. Worker count 40 to 31, not too much in favor, but does make a pretty significant difference. And now Coast making his way across the map with this Ling Bane and Singular Roach. Gonna see what he can get done. You know, he might be able to get a good run by here, but other than that, you know, oh, lots of Banelings coming in now. He might be trying to Baneling bust him, or just try and out AoE his army. I'm not really sure what the plan is here for Coast. But, you know, it could absolutely work. It could shred. That amount of Banelings could absolutely shred through this army if it gets really good connections for all of them. And with the Zerglings behind it, it's going to be pretty scary here for kilokilo if he doesn't take his engagement right. You know, he's putting himself in that choke. That might be pretty bad for him. If these banelings are able to lead in, he might be able to get really good connections here. And now kilokilo sees the banelings here, marching forward. Ooh, get really easy hits, actually. Oh my god! Arms flying in favor of Coast now, and these lanes are both marching forward. 28 lanes in connection now for kilokilo, as well as two spine followers almost finished up now. But 18 more on the way for Coast, and they're making their way across the map. Arms fly 20 to 36 now. Coast has turned this game on its head. He's now taking down these spine crawlers one by one. The single road take working on the Evo chamber edge as well. Lots of Zerglings popping now, but is it enough? Does he have the defender's advantage? Coast pulls back, make sure to get the nice engages there. And these Zerglings are making their way across the map. Now Coast is taking down the Evo chamber finally. Drones getting pulled from this natural, trying to keep themselves alive. And Coast is making a huge play there with those banelings. Oh my goodness. And now he's going to go up here and kill a lot more workers now. 13 down already. And even more Zerglings arriving here at the natural. 14 hours fight to 42. Looks like Coast has won this game, ladies and gentlemen. GG. Game number 1 goes to Coast. Very well done there. Looked like he was on the back feet for a while, and then that one engagement really just turned the entire game on its head. You can see there, the army supply just plummets for kilokilo. All those banelings get a massive connection. Really well played there by him. Alright, so very good game 1 there. And we will see what game number 2 is going to be. It looks like it might be on Blackpink, based on Mr. Coast in the chat. Have to see what's next. Yeah, thank you all again for watching. Thank you all for signing up for the tournament if you did. Really having a great time with you guys tonight. Looking forward to throwing some more of these in the future. Blackpink LE will be the map in this ZVZ. Coast on match point now. You're gonna have to see if he's able to seal the deal. Oh, I don't want to play. Get me out of here. Thank you. Mic is too quiet. Alright, we'll try it a little bit louder now. Should be a bit better now. Alright, so it's going to be game number 2 here of Coast versus kilokilo. Gotta do it for the JSL, says Mr. Volticus in the chat. Guys, thank you very much for all the follows and all the love in the chat. Appreciate it, guys. Going to be throwing a lot more of these in the future. You get to see my casting improve greatly from now, hopefully. Alright, so down here in the bottom left, in the red, representing Formless Bearsloth on match point currently, it is Coast. Do a little bit of fancy camera tricks there, like the pros do. And then up here in the top right in the orange, representing Infinity Gaming, looks like he's going for something a little bit cheeky to this game. It is kilokilo. Gotta do the camera tricks, very important. And now these sexy drones are mining their hearts out. And a 14-14 is on the way now for kilokilo. Ooh, but Coast knows something is up. He is drone scouting. This could win him. This could allow him to defend this. You know, as long as he doesn't start that expansion before this gets there, you know, he could be in a very good spot in this game if he's able to get a spine crawler up or anything like that. Have to see what the play is here from him. This drone making his way in, sees that there's no expansion or even a drone trying to expand, and at this point he has to know something is up. He needs to head into the main. He's checking behind the middle line for any, you know, proxy hatcheries. You know, you never know. And now Zergling's already on the way here, not even a spawning pool down for our red Zerg. And he might be in some trouble here. Spawning pool, excuse me, only just now going down. We already have 6 links in production for kilokilo. And they're going to start making their way across the map here in just a second. We'll get spotted by this drone for Coast. Hopefully doesn't stop to kill those. And now kilokilo is on the attack. He's on the hunt. All of these Zerglings following their glorious leader into battle, making their way across the map. Baneling Nest on the way as well. Looks like he's going to go for a 1-base Bane here. And Zergling's just getting pumped out constantly here for kilokilo. Meanwhile, the Zergling spawning pool is still not even done for Coast. And these Zerglings coming in a force. They're going to arrive, most likely going to cancel on this natural at the very least. And now here come the Zerglings. 4 drones at the front here, going to try and mount a defense here for Coast. But I'm not sure how well that trade's going to go against 7 army supply for kilokilo here. Coast actually finally getting out some Zerglings, and we'll get a queen out as well. So, will not end just yet. Coast still in a very easy position to hold this if he plays it right. Zergling's on the way, but Baneling's getting morphed in the base. That could be huge, though. These drones could get pulled and canceled. If they cancel these Banelings, then this push is over. Not enough Zerglings here to fight this off. 1 Baneling gets canceled already, and now more are coming. Coast killing even more, canceling more. But 2 of them do pop. And they march to the middle line. 4 workers killed already. But not quite the connection he was looking for. 4 more Zerglings on the way now for the orange Zerg, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. The queens are already out. They're forcing these overlords back, and they are forcing the Zerglings back as well. Spinecrawler on the way to help with defense here. Actually, that's Coast Spinecrawler in kilokilo's base. That's a bit cheeky. Curious what he's going to do with that. And now Zerglings do see that amount of Banelings merging at the front. Curious to see what his response is to that. Probably going to have the Queen try and tank those. Looks like kilokilo knows what's up and is going to let those Zerglings buffer. And now the Banelings come in, get pretty decent connections actually. And they make their way towards the middle line, kill the larva. That's pretty annoying. But other than that, not too good of connections there. Not what he wanted. 10 more Zerglings on the way for Coast now, as a few more Zerglings for kilokilo make their way into the natural, in the main, excuse me. I'm all over the place. And he's morphing more Banelings now. But that's all he has in production. There's no transition out of this for him. And, for Coast, he had to be feeling pretty comfortable. He pulled his drones. I don't think that was really necessary. Oh, that Baneling pops. Oh, could have been really good. And now these Banelings are going to head to the middle line. If he gets big kills, oh, he's so close. Oh, there it is. 8 workers going down. And now that could be the tipping point. More Zerglings in production, but he's also making drones here. Kilokilo it feels like he isn't really sure of where he wants to go with this game. If he marches across the map at this point, he might be able to get the win. This game is really on a knife point. Kilokilo is holding a bit of minerals. If he pumps all of that into army, he might be able to win, but now he's taking his expansion. I don't think he realizes the workers lead he has, 15 to 7. Income almost doubled here for kilokilo. And it's just not enough right now. He doesn't have the Zerglings here. He doesn't have any Banelings to break these Zerglings on the defense. But Coast can't even afford a drone right now. He's having to pump more and more army into these Zerglings to make sure he can stave off this defense. And now you're at the knife's edge, where if you make too many Zerglings, then you're going to fall behind in economy. But you have to find the golden number where you can still manage to drone and also have enough to force your enemies back. And now here comes a fight in the main. Queen getting involved here, but these Zerglings for Coast looking hungry. They take down the Queen now, and now they're on the mineral line. And the drones are having to pull back. They're canceling the Spinecrawler as well. And now they're trading with the drones. And this is not what you want for kilokilo. It's 3 armor supply to 13. It's looking really bad for him. 4 workers going down already, and more going down. Up to 9 now. Looks like he will lose almost every single worker here. Down to 3, and more Zerglings coming across the map. GG. Coast. Pulling it back once again. And taking that W. Very well played there from him. Really great series. Great games, guys. All right.